In America, everyone counts, and the 2020 census is how that great promise is kept. Respond today online, by phone, or by mail, and help inform hundreds of billions in funding for education, health programs, and more. Shape your future. Start at 2020census.gov. If you want to hear something so crazy, I got to show you this here. This is some breaking news here. Y'all, this is State Senator Louise Lucas has been charged. Again, this is breaking news. This is literally just happening. She's been charged with 2 felonies by Portsmouth PD for the incident at Confederate Monument in June. Police sources say conspiracy to commit a felony and injury to a monument. Okay, I'm not done. According to this reporter here, Jason Marks, we've reached out to Lucas, but no answer. Spoke with Don Scott, her attorney, but he was just, go to my iPad, please. He was just hearing about it. I'm told several others, including members of city's NAACP, have also been charged. News conference at 4 o'clock. Ava's injury to a monument.
Last I checked, monuments were inanimate objects. So how are you going to injure an inanimate object? I mean, once again, it is absolutely disgusting. This is an example of white power run amok.
It's injury to a monument.
It's ridiculous.
I've seen so many of I've seen so many of these protests, where people are literally taking ropes and, literally dragging monuments down. But I'm just so confused on. So this all goes forget my confusion. This all goes back to Trump's administration of, protecting these monuments and the whole 2-week dialogue that was going on in the media regarding protecting statues and protecting monuments. And as African Americans and minorities should be thankful that we have moved forward and passed these situations. But then it's like you want us to move forward, but then now apparently breaking news, we're now getting hit with a felony or misdemeanor charge.
Wow.
Of these inanimate objects. It's not balanced. It's not a balanced situation, and it's crucial as we talk about more democracy, but more fairness across the board. Because where were all these charges when and essentially it was, if we look at the video footage of people without masks that were literally attacking monuments, where was the police at, when these situations were happening? Where was people getting locked up? But of course, we want to make sure we make a point with this African-American woman senator, and it's just ridiculous.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just one moment. As our community comes together to support the fight against racial injustice, I want to take a second to talk about one thing we can do to ensure our voices are heard. Not tomorrow, but now. Have your voices heard in terms of what kind of future we want by taking the 2020 census today at 2020census.gov? Now, folks, let me help you out. The census is a count of everyone living in the country. It happens once every 10 years. It is mandated by the U.S. Constitution. The thing that's important is that the census informs funding, billions of dollars, how they are spent in our communities every single year. I grew up in Clinton Park in Houston, Texas, and we wanted new parks and roads and a senior citizen center. Well, the census helps inform all of that and where funding goes. It also determines how many seats your state will get in the U.S. House of Representatives. Young black men and young children of color are historically undercounted, which means a potential loss of funding of services that helps our community. Folks, we have the power to change that. We have the power to help determine where hundreds of billions in federal funding go each year for the next 10 years. Funding that can impact our community, our neighborhoods, and our families and friends. Folks, responses are 100% confidential and can't be shared with your landlord, law enforcement, or any government agency. So please, take the 2020 census today. Shape your future. Start at 2020census.gov.